Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. We know you're busy, and we know that you want to make sure that everything is ready for this busy time of the year. And we know that you want to make sure that you can get to your tasks easily. You can find those tasks and manage them, that you can get to your job sites and find the best route to your job site. And we want to make sure that you have all the resources that you need at your fingertips. So this is why we're here today. I'm Dan, and today we have with us Todd Furness, who's been on here before. I'm so super excited that you're here again.
Yes, super grateful to be here. Thanks for having me. Really excited to talk through how the mobile app can help level up your business and take your business to the next level as you're going out on site with your different jobs.
We want to make sure that we're going to give you some secrets, some insights to manage those jobs when you're on site, because we know you're not going to be bringing your laptop to the job site. That is super bulky. Trying to climb up onto the roof with that huge thing, you're begging for that laptop to drop and get ruined. So when you wake up in the morning, it's hopefully you have time to get your breakfast before you start work, but it's time to start thinking about work and what you're going to be doing during the day. So we want to make sure that as soon as you open up the JobNimbus app, you have those resources and know exactly what you're going to be doing. And I love this because as soon as I open up my app, before the first fold, I can see my schedule. I can also see my tasks. And when I go to view my schedule, I have all of my tasks that need to be done right there today. I can even click on the next day to see what's happening tomorrow or next week or so. Click on today, it brings me right back. Super, super simple, super easy. And I notice my day is really sparse here. I only have one thing. I'm not really maximizing my time. I can definitely work on that to maximize it more. So let's go back home and take a look at my tasks. I have some tasks here. I need to call John Jacob, and hopefully his last name is Jingleheimer Schmidt. And that task is a bit overdue. I need to do that. So I can actually do that today. I can reply to Desiree or Desire. I think it's actually pronounced Desiree. She needs a reply on her estimate. I can also fit that in today, and then I can follow up. This is a super easy way for me to go and navigate my tasks, what I have scheduled for today, and really think about how I'm maximizing my time, because I want to be efficient. I want to be efficient with my time and not be loitering around the place. We want to make sure that you have these resources so you can also be efficient with your time and be more professional.
Yeah, and one thing that we want to make sure is that you have the opportunity that these tools that you have on the go, the mobile app, whether you use it on a phone or a tablet, is something that really helps drive success for your business. And so we're listening to feedback all the time. I'll just give an example. Like with the today's schedule or with our calendar, one of the things that we're seeing is that you guys want to see not only on a day view, but a week view, a month view, an agenda view, being able to see other team members' calendars on the calendar inside of this new app. And so those are things that we're actually all implementing here within the next few weeks. Again, it's all about systems and processes. I don't know how many of you have read the book Atomic Habits, but inside that book, one of the things it talks about is you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And what I mean by that is if you place systems in place for you that will help you with your goals, you're going to most assuredly accomplish those goals. And that's kind of the framework and the thought around the mobile app is how do we help you with the goals that you have when you're on the go? And so if you look at like a search feature as an example, what we've heard from you as we're building this app is search is extremely important. Search is something that you need to find something very quickly. And there's a bunch of different scenarios of when you want to search for something. You might want to be searching for a specific document or a job or a contact or searching for a photo. Those are all things that you might want to do in a list view and also maybe done in a map view where you can see what's nearby you. Historically, our search view has been just a map view, but what we've done now is if you go to that search tab, you'll now see it starts off defaulted in a list view. so that you can be able to see things. So I'll give an example of this. Let's say I'm searching for someone named Larry. All right, so you can see here I have jobs, contacts, tasks, and documents all related to Larry. If I wanted to filter this, I could do so by clicking on just show me the task that's related to Larry, or show me the documents that are related to Larry. Another thing I can do is, all right, let's say I want to go and see what are jobs that are around me. I still have this map view, which has been in place for several months now, and I can filter that map view accordingly. But we just wanted to make sure that it was more discoverable, the things around the app, through this list view.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that list view. And it's easy to find what I need to find. Also, the map view, when I'm driving around, it tells me what's around me. And I can even click on Larry and see where he is on the map. And if you noticed, there are several ways to get to your contact using the mobile app. In the calendar, I could have clicked on Larry's roof and it would have brought me to his page. In the list view, even here in the map view, click on him, and there we go. We're back to Larry's page. Now, this makes it super easy for you to get to that page. As soon as you get to the site, you can hit the ground running and really start managing that project with ease. Now, the first thing that we need to make sure that we need to do to ensure that we are managing the project is make sure that our communication with our team and with our customer is clear. And I love that in the mobile app. I can come down to notes here in the quick menu, and here is all my communication with my team members and what they have with Larry and what I have with the communication I have with Larry. As you see, we can make notes on outgoing calls from JobNimbus. And notice that Travis didn't really make any notes on here. He only put an emoji. I don't know what that means. So maybe I can go in here and click on the plus sign to add a new note. And I can type in hey, what was this call about? And then type in that symbol and click on Travis from the drop-down menu. And now when I save this, Travis is going to get pinged about that note, and he can respond to me and say, oh, hey, sorry. Yeah, this is what we talked about on the phone. And this really helps amp up that communication so we're all on the same page and can manage that project that much better.
Great. And then just so you know, that notification will show up in Travis's push notification history, as well as in the notification tab there. You'll see we're actually logged in as Travis. And so you'll see that right there. Now, another thing here to note is one thing we wanted to make sure was easily accessible. As we're trying to find out, like, what are ways to help you level up your business? Like, what's the why behind why we're building these features? They're not just random. It's really to help you level up your business as you're on the go. And there's a whole lot behind what I mean there that we could even get into at another time or through question and answers. But one of the things that we discovered through figuring out, like, what are things that you need? We're hearing that there's times where you have like a paper document, and with that paper document, you might want to attach that to a file, to a job or to a contact. So that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure we could support. Another is you worked really hard on creating template documents on the web app. We want to make sure that you can fill that template document out on the mobile app as well. So two things that we've done here to implement is if you actually go to the Documents tab, you'll see one, this is all of the list of documents that are associated to this contact. I can also filter that list of documents based upon my JobNimbus profile attachment categories is what these are called. And so this is really customizable to you. When I click on the add icon, I have three options. I can create a new document from a template that I've created on web. I can choose from a file in my Files app, which what the Files app is really is just like for an iOS device. It's just when you download something on your phone, it will go to your Files app. And then the last one is scanning a document. And we're hearing some great feedback on our scanning feature that it's saving people tons of time. So if I scan, let's say I scan this document, I have some, let's see, it's a conference room speakerphone instructions, super important. So I can click save here. And then what that's doing is that's going to upload that image I just took as a PDF to the document, to that particular job. And I can now use that in future areas. So an example would be, let's say I want to go and create a proposal that I've used as a template, or I've created from a template on the web. So what I can do is I can now go and hit new from template. And I can say, all right, I'm going to do a proposal, or let's do a signature document here. I can choose, all right, in here, again, this is something I can completely customize. I'll just say this is a test. And I have all of the formatting tools down below, as well as on the tablet, you have this as well. So I can continue to format my text how I want it to be formatted. And then you'll see up above here, I have document attachments, which there's items missing there. And then I have my signature block, which that never changes for me as my login personally. So what I need to do is, before I can go hit save, I need to address these items that are missing. So I do that by clicking on here. And the only items that were missing were documents. Now, let's say you also put in estimates or other photos as requirements for that merged field. Then you would have to select each of those in the sections. But right here, you'll see test PDF. Let's say I want to include that in this proposal that I just scanned. I can do that. That's now added to it. And now I can save this. Now, what this is doing is this is creating the document. So now I'm compiling the document with my signature, with the documents that I've scanned, you'll see right here. And then down below is you'll see my signature. I can now, because I have a signature field in here, I could also just come in here and sign this right here. I could do so, I could get other people to sign it if I wanted to, and go through that whole signature process that we've had in the app for a little while.
Yeah, that is going to make it super easy. I know that a lot of people are kind of a hybrid model. They like to create the proposals on paper and then have them signed. But here you can scan in that paper into your JobNimbus app and then have it signed digitally. So it's all in your JobNimbus app. So no more losing papers. It's all right there. We really hope that this saves you time and helps you manage your projects on site a bit better.
Yes. And I hope that you really take away from this is that, like, we're not perfect. The product's not perfect. We're ever growing. Like, literally, we're going to have another release here in the next day or so. And so I really hope that you know this is an iterative process, and we really want your feedback, like really, really do. And so what we're doing here to get your feedback is inside of the account page. You'll see here, as I scroll down, you'll see leave feedback. That gives me directly an email that I promise I'll respond in within 24 hours. And our team looks at that. So what I've done is our whole entire team, our engineering team for mobile, is monitoring this inbox. Now, I'll be the one who will reach back out, most likely. But just know that every engineer that's working on this app sees that. And we're really committed to making this the best app we can make it.
Yep. And we also want to make sure that you have the resources that you need to be the star player, to be the hero in your company. So we have the Crew event. Have you heard about the Crew? The Crew is an event where you come to our office. You get to meet like-minded individuals in your industry, find out the processes, the systems that they have in place to really level themselves up, maybe implement those in your company as well. We also have a webinar coming up next week. We know that getting on that roof to measure takes a lot of time. So we want to give you some tips on how to manage your project with measuring from the ground. If you're in the web app and you see those two icons, the one on the left is the question mark. That's our resource center. We have so many resources in our resource center for you. Notifications. We have announcements about new features coming out. Check those out. And so you can learn a bit more about JobNimbus. We also have in the other corner our chat icon. If you want to chat with one of our support reps, go ahead and click on that. You can chat with a live support rep. Next, we have our YouTube channel. Our previous webinars are on there. So if you want to learn more about JobNimbus, we have more Job 101 webinars on our YouTube channel. We also have other videos to help you get those processes in place for your business. If you want to read more about the iOS app, we have all of our articles on the support center at support.jobnimbus.com. And if you need to talk to us, a live rep, not just chat in, but talk to one, there's our phone number. And hey, there's our email address. Go ahead, give our support reps a call, and they'll help you out with anything that you need in JobNimbus. So that right there, that wraps up our webinar. Sorry, it went a little bit over, but we hope that it was super helpful for you. We're going to go ahead and look at our questions now and start our Q&A portion. We're going to run to the end of the hour. So go ahead and get those questions in, and we'll answer as many as we can. Let's see here. Are you able to see a job description in the mobile view without editing the job?
Ooh, okay, this is such a good question. Thanks for asking this. So let's go back here to, let's just get to a particular job. We'll just do this job. Okay, this page is getting redesigned, and there's a lot of reasons why. One, right now, if you have a custom field on the job, or as benign as a description, yeah, you're right. You can't get to it right now without hitting edit, which is like it's just not intuitive at all. And so the thought here is, there's all of this information that's hidden about a job, the related contacts about the job, or if you have lead source, or like all of these description fields in here. So what we're doing is we're going to be making that into one page where you can digest it. Now, it's kind of tricky. Because if I'm being honest, there's actually a ton of stuff that you can do on this particular page, like a ton. You can collect payments if you're on a job. You can email, get directions to, take photos, call or text. And then you have this big menu right here where you can order an Eagle View report, natural forms, and there's all of this stuff here. So it's quite an interesting problem to tackle, but it is something that we need to tackle. And so if you have an opinion about how this page should look, this is like gold right now, because we would love to have. So Will Hahn is the name of our UX designer. Right now, what Will's thinking about is all about how should this page look, and so feedback from you of like data points of like this. These are the things that are most important, because there's going to be a ton of stuff on this page. But what's most important for you to see on this page? This is going to be an off referred to page for all of your jobs and contacts, kind of considered like the home base. So what about it do you want to see? So thank you for asking that, because that's something that we're working on right now.
Yeah. See here. Yeah, thank you. That's some great feedback. And also great to know that it's coming down the line. Let's see here. I missed the option to see if the email was opened. Not entirely sure what you mean by that. And could you
Sorry, where is that at?
See, I missed the option to see if the email was opened. That should be in the activity.
Oh, okay, yes. So right now, I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm assuming is that you're referring to when you send out an email from JobNimbus, the email client, you would like some sort of an option that lets you know this email was opened or read. I'm assuming that's correct. If that is what you're looking for, just know that we're actually building out a whole communications strategy where we're going to be building a integrated inbox, is what it's called. And with the integrated inbox, you actually see here down below in this bottom nav bar, I have home. The next one is called engage. That's going to be our texting solution that will be coming out here shortly. But layered on top of that will be our JobNimbus email solution that they'll work together in an integrated inbox. And having things like that where you can be able to see who's read the emails and things like that, what emails have been opened, are things that we're working on.
No, that's super exciting.
Yeah.
Love to, and we're going to cover that as soon as it actually goes live, because that is going to really help clear up that communication in your team. Let's see here. I have a question about the app. I have both JobNimbus apps installed, but I don't have the features that are being displayed. Is it different between Android and Apple? Yes. Yes, it is a little bit different. The Android is catching up to Apple, but it did start production a bit later than iOS. So that all these features that you see in the iOS are coming down the line through Android a bit later.
Yes, and just know what's going to be rolling out within Android is they're about like 2 or so months behind on these other features, but we are going to be building this texting feature at the exact same time. And then these other features are going to be coming on just after that. But the objective is to get Android caught up to iOS.
Yep. And they're working hard on getting that caught up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I have to ask again, will we have the ability to customize the view of how we see the home page? I'm still seeing open estimates from oldest to newest.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for asking that. So right now, I'm assuming you're talking about this pending estimate screen. And this is something, so yeah, okay. Thanks for asking this because this is great. So we are wanting to figure out what's the most valuable thing. These are you guys are hitting on really the two things that we're thinking about. How do we redesign? So the other one is our homepage. Our homepage, what we want to make our homepage is what it should be is a very snackable part of the app. And what I mean by that is you should be able to know exactly what you need to do or learn exactly what you need to learn within 10 seconds. If it takes longer than that, we're not doing our job. And so for a pending estimate, we thought, okay, that we kind of just guessed that's probably what you guys want. And what that means is a draft and sent estimate. Now we're starting to hear feedback of maybe that's not the right thing, or that's not the right order, or I would prefer to not have it be default sorted oldest to newest, and I want to have it be sorted newest to oldest, or maybe you want it sorted in a different way. However you want that, what we ultimately want this to become is extremely informative on the home screen. And so if there's little things that you would like to see there of like, I wish it could do X and it's not currently doing X, please leave us the feedback in that feedback email and just say, Todd, this is what I'd like to see. And this is the reason why. Because I would love to learn the reason why, just so that I can kind of understand the underlying motivation that it helps us as we start to craft the solution for the feature.
Yes, thank you. Let's see here. How do we reply to an email through the app?
Oh, reply to it. Okay. Yeah. So right now in an email, in the app, you can currently only send email and not reply to email in the mobile app, in the new mobile app. That's going to come in our integrated inbox experience, which in that experience, I'll click on this I won't tease it too much because I know you're going to give there's a whole feature to this. It's starting with text and then email is getting overlaid onto it. But the objective when we say an integrated inbox, it means like in one place, you are able to see all of the communication that has happened with a particular job, not just for reliability reasons or other things like that. It's for efficiency purposes, being able to make sure everything's getting communicated and you are seeing the whole picture. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. Let's see here. This goes on with kind of in line with the job description from earlier. Oh, wait, where did it go? There was something about a phone number.
Oh, can you make it where you see the phone number on the contact?
Oh, yeah, right there. Yep.
Okay, so let's see. So let's go here. So on the phone number, that's a good suggestion because right now, all you can do is when you click on call is it takes you to calling someone. And then on edit, this is where you, let's see. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So yes, I'm assuming that you'd probably want something where it's in the header, like just below the address or something like that. Let's see. Brandon, is that correct? If you want to just reply back in and make sure that would meet the need of what you're looking for, that would be great.
Yeah, just chat back in. That'd be awesome. How do we integrate subs into the app for jobs? Yeah, subs are usually in as a related contact, or you can assign them as a subcontractor. And as you see here, you can, when you edit the job, you can actually add your subcontractors in right there.
Yes, so you just go to the detail, you add it, and then you can choose what subcontractor you want to have be associated to that. And once you've selected one, then you can go back and choose, I actually want to unlink that subcontractor from here.
Let's see, one more and we'll check on the chat. We have sales reps and technicians. It'd be great if we could have a technician field like we do for sales reps.
Great,
So, yeah,
great feedback.
that is.
Thanks for that. That's, yeah. Well, I'll make that note. That's good feedback.
Let's see here. Yeah, so would be beneficial to see the phone number and email on that main screen.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's actually, capture that as a takeaway that we'll give to our designer as we're redesigning this page. That's good.
Yep, thank you for that, Brandon. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, how do we clear jobs that we lost?
Okay, so changing the status of the job. Let's just go back here. Discard changes. Okay, So now this is based upon your status. And so I don't, like right now, the status that I have for this account is a lost sale, but you can just move them as a lost sale. And then inside of all of your other, like inside, as you look back here at your home, like your, my leads or my jobs, my tasks, those type of things, that's where it will get categorized appropriately. I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Yeah, Laura, if that doesn't, let me know.
Let's see here. I would like to see when a customer responds to an email inside of the app, kind of like it would show as unread or needs to be acknowledged. Yeah, that's going to be covered in the communications area.
Yeah, do you mind, just because there's been a few questions on that,
Yeah,
I'm gonna quickly go over. I wasn't planning on showing this, but just so that you guys kind of get a feel for what we're building. This is something that's going to be going to beta here in the next, like in June. And then we're looking to do more of a bigger, broader release in July. This is our just clickable prototype, but this is called Engage. This is going to be a total game changer for you guys. This is what we hear is more than 87% of all homeowners want to be communicated in text. The issue is right now, all of this text gets lost. Nothing gets attached back to the job. And so being able to see here, like, okay, I can see what conversations are assigned to me. I can see what ones are unassigned or assigned to others. I can come in here. Let's say as an example, Aaron Jeans is my colleague, but Aaron might be out of town or sick or something. So I can come in here to Aaron's conversation. I can then see, all right, I want to go ahead and assign this conversation to me so that I can reply to it. And by the way, you'll see here, you can determine what conversations are driven through automations, because you can actually do text automations, maybe like an appointment reminders or things like that. And then you can also see who has actually written the text. So up above is Jaden Thomas, down below is an automation. I can come in here, I can assign that to me, and then I can be able to communicate through a scheduled message or a templated message. You can send photos, and all of that activity is logged on the job. So the same thing, the reason why I'm showing this, and back to the question, is this is the first building block of what will become our integrated inbox, which this inbox, like again, you can see like what's assigned to me and unassigned and assign out conversations, but this is also then going to overlay email communication as well.
And how would they be able to get on this beta?
Ooh, great question. So if you want to get on this beta, just communicate. So reach out to me in the email.
The lead feedback?
The lead feedback, and just say, Todd, I want to get on the beta. And I will work with you on getting on that beta. Again, it's going to happen sometime in June-ish for the beta. And then we're going to do a phased rollout in July to more and more people. But like really, this is a fundamental like change, and just it's going to really drive tons of value. We're excited to see how much this shifts your business for the better as we continue to roll this out.
So we have a couple more questions, but yeah, we're going to be quitting and we're going to have to end the call here pretty soon. So we're going to answer these last few questions, mainly about text here. Will the text feature have the same functionality as Podium?
Yeah, so great question. The objective of this feature is to have centralize all your communication. Like it can now all be here. This is where the job resides. So all the communication should reside where the job resides. So yes, being able to communicate back and forth, being able to send automations, being able to ask for reviews, being able to assign out those conversations is all functionality here. In the future iterations of this, like down the road, being able to broadcast out a text message, let's say for those that do hail work, that's something that would be extremely valuable. Being able to text someone, says, I just noticed that you were in a hail swath that's been affected by this. That's something that is extremely valuable. But yeah, I mean, we could, if you even want to hop on a call with me sometime, I'm happy to just put that in the chat or put that in the lead feedback. And I can actually go through the roadmap and show you more what that would look like.
And real quick, will you be able to put a set of text alerts? So they're alerted when they.
Oh, yeah. So it will happen just like an automation or a notification does right now. So anytime you have a notification, I'm in the clickable prototype. That's the limitations of a clickable prototype, right? So whenever I get a notification, I get a push notification, and then this would be badged. So the notifications will be badged saying, I have 3 unread notifications. The same thing on the engage icon is it will tell me how many unread engage messages I have, and it would also send me a push notification.
And real quick, I noticed there's some questions about, hey, my screen does not look like this. Right now, you will not see engage on there in the bottom menu. But if your screen does not look like this, make sure that your JobNimbus is up to date.
Yes.
If you're using there may be 2. Are there still 2 apps on the App Store?
There are still 2 apps.
Okay, and you'll have one that is a blue background with white fins. That is the old app. You want to make sure that you're using the white background with blue fins. That right there is the new app, and make sure it is up to date. And then you'll see that your home screen looks like what we showed today.
Yes. And with the one caveat of Engage, like Dan said, this is just a testing branch that I'm working on to make sure that there's no bugs for you guys when this gets rolled out. But everything else, if you're on an iOS device, you should go to the App Store right now, and it's 1.13 is the release. So you can go to the account, and actually it'll tell you if you're up to date or not. But yeah, that's what you'll see.
Yep. And remember, Android is catching up to iOS. So if you're on an Android phone, don't worry. We're getting there. We're getting the apps to be simultaneously released. They're working hard on it. But this Engage feature, which is super exciting, is going to be rolled out simultaneously on Apple and Android. So that right there is all the time we have for today. Remember, make sure to leave feedback for Todd in the app to show them what you want to see in the future, or if you want to be on that beta, make sure that you're leaving feedback. And if it's not working, make sure that your email is set up in your phone so you can leave that feedback. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much for joining me today, Todd. This is awesome. You're amazing. I love having you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Yep. You all are amazing. I love having you here today as well. And we'll see you next week. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and stay on top of those jobs. Talk to you later.